welcome back to my channel. My name is Kirsten Nicole, and if you want to see how I got this simple makeup look, I'll leave it in the iCard. So, and if you hear that, my heat is on, so I'm sorry, but I kind of need to be warm because it's freezing outside. But today's video is going to be a crazy landlord story. This ish was crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little background of everything. I literally have notes, so if I look down, that's why. My mom knew him from work. She was his manager, and we previously rented a house from him before, and he gave us a car to rent. Oh my god, the light. Why does this always happen to me? Okay, we'll get back to everything. Okay, and I moved into the house in June, a few days or a week after my 18th birthday. So I freshly turned 18. Okay, this is the starting of it. Again, I have notes, so I'll try and put them in front of me. Okay, everything was fine until my ex let him know that my dad had left, because my dad was staying with me for a little while to help me get settled. And it was my first time being alone, so it was just a safety thing with me, because my ex would not live with me, so he just wanted to make sure I was good. Okay, and then once my ex knew that my father went home to where we live now, the landlord asked, because he hasn't seen his car, if he went home. And my ex told him yes, he went home. So literally that left me, a freshly 18-year-old girl that is so naive, alone, because he's not there all the time, my ex. So I literally yelled at him for that. The next thing is that I did ask my boyfriend to ask Tony, oh shit, I said his name, to ask the landlord, if he could just at least text me or call me before he comes over, because I literally didn't want to be naked or like unready when he came over, and he normally came over around the morning time, which is ridiculous. I mean, early. Long story short, he did not do that. I think it made him madder. Okay, and then this is really when everything started to go down. I had to call him because I had two toilets, but the main toilet I used was in the house, not in my bedroom that he converted from a garage. And it was clogged, so I had to call him. I did clean beforehand, but do have to say, I could have like cleaned a little more, but it wasn't dirty, so it didn't concern me at the time. Okay, and he came over. My dog barked at him, which she's a good character she's a good recognizing of characters and if they're bad, if that makes sense. Okay, he came over. There was a good amount of time where he couldn't get it unclogged, and when he went to my neighbor's house side, because he built it on, I guess, to see if he could get it over there, he could finally get it unclogged, because he got one of those hoses things, I forget, snakes. And I believe I was in my room around the time he got it undone. And he opened my door, my guest room, was kind of messy because I was doing something in there, so it wasn't completely neat and organized like it normally was. And he literally looked around and said, "Have your father call me." And immediately when he said that, I knew something was wrong. Um, so I finally come out of the room and I'm standing in the entryway with my baby in my hand, and aka my dog. And he started to go ballistic on me. It was over not having a mop because I had a Swiffer, which is normal. People have Swiffers. I did not have a mop to clean up all the overflowed water from the toilet, which is nasty. And literally, he was already mad because he found a piece of paper towel that clogged the toilet. And first of all, if one paper towel clogs your toilet, seriously, something's probably wrong, okay? Because there is a time that I actually did flush a paper towel down the toilet I have now, and it did not fucking clog, okay? He basically yelled at me for that, like, hardcore, I had to record it, yell. But I actually deleted the video over in 2017 probably, because it happened in 2015. All this set place in 2015. So he was just going ballistic. At that point, I left the house. I kept walking up and down the street with my dog in hand because I did not want her there alone. Okay, and I was crying hardcore. I was literally crying hard on the phone. I think I tried to get in touch with my boyfriend, but he didn't answer. I mainly cried on the phone with my mom, and when I finally got back, he literally, I was just about to came in because I basically left him in my house alone, so he saw all of the house, like he saw everything. So when I came in the house, I was literally in the doorway, and he basically cornered me, like, just act like this is a door corner. I was in that corner crying, bawling. My mom was on the phone screaming at him because I had her on speaker, and I hung up on her like a dumbass because I was so scared of getting kicked out. I don't know if I said this. He was yelling at me because my house was apparently so dirty. First of all, I'm not that dumb. Why would I have a dirty ass house if my landlord is coming over? Yeah, it wasn't spick and span. I didn't probably get every little dirt on the ground or whatever, but it was nowhere dirty. Like, honestly, my room is messy right now. It is messier than my house was. Literally was just freaking out because he thought the house was a disaster, which it wasn't again. There was a scuff mark on the ground by the entryway, not even huge. And he pointed at it, and he was like, see, it's so disgusting, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, crying. And then he finally said, if I do not get the house his way, spick and span, within like 2 or so days, he would kick me out. So literally the next morning, I walked to CVS. I got everything. I got bleach. I got Swiffers. I got the whole 9 yards. I literally scrubbed the tile and all that with a toothbrush. So I will be doing a part 2 because this video is already very long. So